good day. I was going to say good afternoon, but then realized that it could be morning for some folks, but definitely a good day, without a doubt. It is a fine day. It was a great weekend. It is, and it is a fine day for many reasons, for 1,000 reasons. Um, and we'll visit some of those possibly today in the meditation session itself. One, above all, to celebrate ourselves, like our own presence, our own existence, like creating awareness of us, ourselves, like literally the self within us. And so anytime that happens, I've discovered that makes it a fine day, no matter what's happening externally. The internal realization has this indomitable power of changing anything that's not going according to our will into a fine day. So, and that's what we'll attempt to do to some degree today. Ground rules, you may have noticed, no rules, just law, as we say, but still join when you can, leave when you need to, rejoin if you want to, essentially, so long as we don't disrupt others. And Stacy has taken care of that by muting everyone anyway, so feel free, no other inhibitions. Just be yourself. In terms of setting expectations, to be honest, there are no expectations. We would want at least this period of time to be expectation-free, burden-free, in other words. There's just too many expectations going around that we put on ourselves and others put on us, and we think others have on us, but not really at all that. So we're just going to just put all that mess aside and call this an expectation-free hour or session, which really does make it unencumbered, burden-free. So with that, I'll give a brief intro to meditation. You all may be familiar with it already. There are lots of types of meditations, lots of names to it, depending on which language you speak, or the cultural heritage and all of that. In my study or experience of it, I have broadly categorized it in sort of colloquial language into 3 categories. And they're sort of in that progression. One is the thought-free meditation, as I call it. So the beginning stage. And then the next is the thoughtful meditation. And then the last leaving us with an intimate meditation, as I call it. And that's when we get intimate with ourselves. And again, the self meaning the one indwelling spirit, the one who's in us, or who really we are. In other words, identifying with our true self, the intimacy of that. Some people might call it getting intimate with God, experiencing the presence of the Supreme in me and you and everyone else, just the same thing. So again, 3 kinds of meditation: thought-free, thoughtful, and then intimate. And we might try to transcend, or we might try to traverse, as I close my Outlook. We might try to go through all of these, and just like a bell curve would have it, a little bit in the beginning, a little bit in the end, but mostly in the middle, such as the life cycle of most things in life. We might do a little bit of thought-free and identifying the gap in between the thoughts, but really focus on the thoughtful. And then we will leave it to ourselves to get intimate with that thought, with ourselves. So that's, there's obviously a lot that can be said about meditation, but I'll just, for this crash course, I will leave it at that. And then in terms of the source of meditation, like the full spectrum of it, where it belongs, most of you obviously are familiar with yoga. We become a colloquial word now. Yoga has 8 limbs. In reality, has its 8-fold yoga system. One of those is the postures that is mostly associated with yoga, the asanas. But the beginning stages are external constraint, internal restraint. So there's yam, niyam, asan. These are the Sanskrit names. Yam being external constraints that we create an environment, a controlled environment, for us to strengthen ourselves, to be able to withstand. Then niyam is we put some internal constraints like fasting or drinking as much water or waking up at this hour, however, whatever is suitable to our makeup, our constitution. And there's a lot of latitude and flexibility in this that every individual can find his or her place in it. It's not a one size fits all cookie cutter that everybody must fast, everybody should wake up at this hour. We experiment with the energy in us and identify where we sit. So the external constraint is one, the internal restraint is the second. Third is the asana. This is like the conditioning of the body, the postures. Fourth is the breathing exercises, the pranayama. And these are progressively taking us on the spectrum of consciousness, of intelligence, of bliss, of joy, getting more increasingly subtler from the gross to the subtle to the subtlest level. So, and we will identify some of that in today's meditation. So breath or breathing exercises is the fourth one. And then there's the pratyahara, the Sanskrit word, which is essentially being watchful or mindful action. Watching what I eat, being mindful of what I'm taking in through any of my senses, being regulated, being moderated about that. That's the next stage. And then the following three, that was the fifth, and dhyan, dharana, samadhi. Dhyan is, or dharana, dhyan, samadhi, people, it's interchangeable. Dharana is sort of wearing it. It's like when someone goes on for battle, or when I prepare for this, or when we go to work, we dress up, we get the right gear. That's dharana, like really creating the condition, the quiet place, a fresh flower, perhaps some aroma, a clean place, but all of that is dharana, but also mentally creating that space, not just externally. And then the seventh stage is meditation, like actually dipping in, going deep in a one-pointed attention, concentration, which then all of that taken together and done well has the power to sort of catapult us to the final stage, which is samadhi, which is transcendence, which is a steady state, an even keel, a permanent state of deep peace, regardless of external circumstances, disturbances, no matter what, the storm, always while in the hurricane, situated, nestled in the eye of the hurricane. Started with it, traveling with it, ended with it, but not undisturbed. So that's the ultimate goal of yoga, because then we get to live life to the fullest. We don't need to then leave and go to the Himalayas or find a cave. That's when real life begins. That's when real love begins. That's when we're living in truth, in our full self. So that's the ultimate goal. And so here too, obviously we're not going to do all the eightfold, but we might do a couple of these, like the breathing exercises, ultimately getting to the meditation part of it. So with that, sort of like a 5-minute crash course, I think we'll start with some of it. Assuming you warmed yourself up in the morning or done some of the postures or the cardio or what have you, paying attention to the breath. The first interesting thing I'd like you to notice is if you put your fingers below your nostrils, you might notice, I might stop this for a moment, this music is meant for dhyan. You might notice that typically one nostril is more dominant than the other. At any given time in the day, as you're exhaling, if you hold a finger right below it, you will see that, oh my God, yeah, one of the nostrils is working more, better, faster, stronger, or maybe oftentimes there's only one nostril working and we don't even pay attention, we don't even realize. During the day it's one, during the night it's the other, or when we're doing analytical work, it's one, and we're doing artistic work, it's the other. It's fascinating how connected they are. So you might find one particular one, dominant one, working right now. And so sort of break that up to mix it up, because you want our brain fully engaged in this, like both sides of our brain. One quick exercise that is recommended is if you, for example, if you stand and, so I'll let you do it if you'd like. If you stand on your feet, the front heels, the balls of your front heels, and jump for like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute. You can turn off your videos if you'd like. However, you can raise your arms while jumping, or you can just clap hard so that the palms of your hands are pressing hard. You can chant, or you can just scream out love or truth or goodness or some name that you like, some mantra, whatever. But 30, 45 seconds if you jump on the balls of your front heels. And I'm going to stop for 30 seconds so everybody gets a chance to do that. Plus, you've been in Monday morning meetings anyway, so mix it up a little bit and then sit down. You will notice that both nostrils are functioning and you're better engaged. So, Stacy, we're gonna give like about 45 seconds to a minute for folks to do that. I'd highly encourage you all to get up on your heels, again, the balls of front heels, jump, and then settle back. You can chant Om, 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 truth or love, 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 love. Of freedom, 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 filling that energy of goodness, 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 goodness. Jump hard on the front balls of your heels, your front heels. 30 seconds, 45 seconds, maximum a minute, no more than that. And then take your place wherever you would like to sit, preferably cross-legged on a comfortable cushion on the floor if you can. We will start our meditation. Sitting quietly, letting the breath rest. Sitting comfortably on a cushion with some back support. Not to torture the body, but not too leisurely. Being comfortable in my skin. Sitting so it feels right. It feels normal. It feels natural. Just the way I am. Just right. Closing my eyes. I sit quietly. Expecting nothing, accepting everything. Cheerfully, basking in the sunshine, basking in the breeze, basking in the joy of my being, of my presence, of the gift that I'm given, the gift of being me, the only one there is. As my breath normalizes, I consider this me, my identity. How long have I spent with a narrow mind, with a narrow vision, with such a limited, constricted understanding of me, the body, only containing myself to body consciousness. That I am a man or a woman, and he or she is a woman or a man, and that I am white or brown and she is black, or brown or yellow or red. Limiting, 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 narrowing, narrowing, constricting. Is that the truth? Am I the body? Am I the body alone? Is that all there is to it, to me? Why do I call it my body then? My hand, my foot, just like my car, my bike, my clothes, my shell, my house. And even if I am just the body, what a miracle at that I am. What a miracle I carry every moment, waking, sleeping, or dreaming. The 10,000 sensors on my tongue, discerning thousands of subtle tastes. The 100,000 nerves in my ear canal, catching the slightest of vibration, so swiftly identifying the sound with its source. What a miracle. The olfactory nerves, the thousands of smells and the aromas that I catch and I remember. And the sense of touch on my skin that brings shivers, that brings comfort, that brings excitement, that feels familiar. How wonderful am I if even just the body? And what to speak of my eyes? Such lens, such sights, such clarity, such consistency. My eyes, my ears, my nose, my tongue, my skin. The words that I hear, the sights that I see, the taste that I taste. What a bundle of walking miracle am I. But wait, so is he, as is she. Someone's clothed in black, someone's clothed in brown. I may be wearing white today. Everyone around me just as much. A bundle of miracles after miracles happening every moment. Where is the difference? We're all waking, walking miracles. Why was I limiting? Why have I been differentiating? I can reverse the course. I can see the unity, even in the body consciousness. I can identify the almost 100% of the common in each and every one of us. Then how am I different from anyone else? How am I not the same, one, united with everyone else around me, regardless of the color they're wearing, or the place they come from, or the food they eat? but I cannot be just the body. For if the body is that intelligent, look at my breath. I give all my attention to my body and practically none to my breath. And yet, it keeps going. How is that happening? The moment I was born until now, the pump, the bellows, my lungs, the heart, inhaling and exhaling, the vital energy, the vital life force, never leaving me. No plug-in, no electricity, no power source, no battery. The pump is pumping. The breath keeps coming. What I need is sorted out instantaneously, and what I don't, discarded. Thousands upon thousands of breaths each and every hour. Even in my sleep, no one to direct it. So the breath seems to be more intelligent than the body. The body I drag in the bathroom and wash it and empty it. The body I drag and sit at the table in the chair and feed it and put oil and soap on it and clothe it and keep it warm or cold. I have to do everything to nurture, nourish this body, but look at this breath. And even that I call my breath. So who am I? The breath is even more intelligent, happening by itself. Keeping the pressure even at all times. If it weren't for my inhalation, my body would implode. If it weren't for my auto exhalation, my body would explode. How awesomely it maintains the atmospheric pressure inside the same as outside. Who programmed it? Who tells it? But wait, so is his breath and her breath and everyone else's around me. They are also as intelligent, whether the body or the breath. Where is the difference? Why did I narrow my thinking? There is so much common, practically one and the same, not even common. So I am not just the body, I'm the body and the breath, but not even just that. Consider my senses. So intelligent, subtler still. Breath I can feel, body is gross. I have to pick it up. Senses so subtle, so autonomous, so perceptive, so fine-tuned, so intelligent. The sights they catch and the sounds they grasp, and the taste and the smell and the touch. I call them my eyes and my ears and my senses. So am I not my senses, like not my breath, like not my body? Everyone else around me has senses and feels too. So they are just as intelligent, like me, and the same, like me. Why do I get angry? Why do I get frustrated at myself? Because I have not discovered my full spectrum. I have never met me. I stay fixated on the body to lose weight or gain weight or lose the inches. But there's so much more than that to me. Why am I afraid? Who am I afraid of? If there is so much common, am I just the senses and the breath and the body? What about my mind, the all-powerful mind, the indomitable mind, the one which will not be controlled mind, the mind that instantaneously packages everything that all the senses bring in, all the sights and the sounds of the birds chirping in the mountains and the rivers and the children, and the exotic aroma of the flowers, and the amazing taste, all at once packaged but by my mind, never at rest, never getting tired, always working, like it or not, want it or not. How much power is there in me? As much as in everyone else around me. And yet I call it my mind. So wait, am I higher still? Am I bigger still? And if I am higher and bigger and more intelligent still, so is everyone else around me. What about my intellect? Sharper than the mind, discerning than the mind, capable of processing everything that the mind packages for me. Quickly sorting through the processing into willing or wishing, and acting or deciding, or storing as information for future use. What about that brain of mine, huh? That so effectively sorts through the process, that creates a will out of it, out of every experience, acts upon every experience, stores every experience. Higher still, I get joy from my body, for with it comes also sorrow. As I pay attention to my breath, I get more joy and less sorrow. I pay attention on my breath as I am thinking and meditating. That devout friend, that faithful companion never leaves me, still working. Such joy. I get more joy from the senses still. And the packaging of all of those in the mind. And I get higher joy through my intellect. For it is more aware. And then getting closer to my real identity, I momentarily call my ego, which brands every experience, which puts labels on every experience. My body, my home, my father, my dog, my country, my party. me and mine, you and yours. What a mess still. Did I not just realize that there is so much one common good, the same? And this branding has me dividing still, me and mine, you and yours, they and theirs, we and ours. Stop. I want to become brand free. I want to rip off all the labels put upon me. And I want to rip all the labels I put on others. I want to dissolve all the brands I've been made to imprint on others. There is no me and mine and we and ours and they and theirs and he and she and his or her. It is the narrowness of my mind as I realize on my progressive journey. It is the momentary boundaries I've put around me. I resolve to break through the shackles of these undesired, unwanted barriers. I am not only the body, I am not even just the mind. I am the body and the breath and the senses and the mind and the intellect. I am not even just the ego that brands it, hoards it, labels it, owns it. I am higher still, greater still, more magnificent, magnanimous, more generous, more open-minded, more open, more expanding, more inclusive, broader. Unimaginably broad. For as I keep watching my breath, I see how through my breath I am connected with everyone. Why would I have to wear a mask otherwise? Has not the microcosm proven to me the connection all across the macrocosm? Does not my breath become your breath and yours mine? Has this virus not proven that we are so inevitably connected, like pearls on a string of a beautiful necklace around the Almighty? The common thread in us. I see the thread on the cloth. I see the silver in all the ornaments I've seen. I see the gold in all the jewelry just the same, never mind the shape or the size. I see the same photons, same composition. I see the sun in every tiny ray of light. Every ray, big or small, thick or thin, has got the same sun in and with it, sourced from the same. I see the same water in the tens of thousands of the waves dancing with joy on the bosom of the ocean, and not fighting with each other, dancing with each other, connected with the common water that their real identity is. The wave is but momentary. There has been no wave lived forever. My body is momentary. No body has lived forever. This will not. But me, I, the water and the waves, the gold and the jewelry, the thread in the necklace, or in the cloth, aren't we all the same? Then who shall I envy? Who should I suppress? Who should I compete with? Why would I not bring the L of love, changing the compete into complete? Let me complete starting now, here, never compete. For how could I compete with myself? How could I get angry with myself? Why would I do that? Why would I be fearful of my own being? The movie characters on the movie screen, the hero and the villain. The threads are not enemies. The screen on the left is not the enemy of the screen on the right. I am just the observer, the witness of this magic show, of this miracle tale unfolding. I shall drop all negativity. I don't need it. It's not mine. I am not its. I had forgotten my true self, or I never paid attention. I was unaware. I got stuck at the lowest, grossest, dumbest level of me, the body. And here I am, higher than the body and the breath and the senses and the mind and the intellect and the ego, ever in the pursuit of joy and freedom, seeking my place in the cosmos. Increasingly finding joy, increasingly feeling freedom, increasingly feeling comfortable in my skin just the way I am, living only to make others feel just as comfortable in their skin just the way they are. For now, the window has opened for me that it is all beautiful, it is all good, it is all lovely. This alone is the truth. I was living an illusory life. I'm ridding of delusion. I'm waking up in the bright shining sun of truth, of the broad, bright daylight, the warmth of goodness, of this lovely breeze of love. I am in all and all in me. I am in all and all in me. I am ever connected. I am ever the same. I am ever the one and the same with all of creation, not just men and women, the bird and the dog and the cat and the mountain and the waterfall and the stars too. I am life itself, truth, goodness, love. That's my identity, not blood, flesh, muscles. I'm not just a bag of bones dragging here and there. I'm not just a windpipe, a pump, pumping wind in and out. I'm not just the cameras and the speakers or the headphones of my ears. I'm not just a conveyor belt of my mind constantly packaging trash and treasure alike, restless, restless, restless. I am not that. I am not a robot or a computer only processing, only acting, 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 storing, gathering, hoarding, wishing, willing. I am not just the label machine, the brand maker, the ego, me and mine. What about me? What about me? What about those mine? I am way, way loftier, broader, mightier, open, loving, comforting, forgiving, including than all of that. I take a deep, deep breath all the way to my belly. Oh, dear Lord, how lost was I? Such atrocity I called upon myself. I shrank myself, and in that, everyone else around me. I marginalized myself forgetfully, and in doing that, everyone else around me trying to show me bigger than them. I am not small, and no one else is either. I sold myself short, and therefore trying to cheat others to gain a better deal. I am the richest of the rich, for I just went through the bundle of miracles that I am, every single moment. All I need do is slow down to still the mind. For a mind that is fast is sick. A mind that is slow is sound. And a mind that is still is divine. Be still and know the inner voice of conscious, the awareness, that indomitable, immutable voice of truth, goodness, love, I call God. Be still and know that I am God. I have what I need for the body, for the breath, and everything else. I have enough food, plenty of water, adequate air. I have a roof above my head. Oh, so many clothes to wear, and an able body, and this vital force I call life. I have everything galore. I just need more awareness of my true self. Today I resolve to dip in my own awareness, in my self-awareness. and the awareness of the same self in others. I will cease to be ordinary, for I now know the ignorant compete, the best, like water. Work for the benefit of all, do not compete. Dwelling in lowly spots that others may scorn, I will put others before me. I will be the sea water that fills every crack and crevice to bring the sea level, and I will see everyone at the same level, equal, the same self. In truth, goodness, love. I will focus more on being aware than acting. I will slow down to get there faster. I will no longer act. I will also pause to become aware. Until I reach my destination, when I will be clothed with the heavens and crowned with the stars, looking around to see everyone that I once knew also clothed with the heavens and crowned with the stars. In this lies all the essence of truth, of goodness and love. I was born in innocence. I shall return to that innocence along with my intellect. I was born in silence. I shall return to that deep quietude, the silence of my soul, along with all the sounds I've heard and the lessons I've learned. I was born with the heart. Until I got into my head, I will return to my heart once again, feeling, not just thinking with my head. I will become a whole and complete human once again, not just the body, not even the mind. I will leave you with this thought. For your next meditation, this one final grand finale of a thought of today's reflection. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divine within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work, selfless work, or worship I call devotion, or psychic control of the mind through the breath and the yoga, or philosophy through the wisdom of the scriptures, or contemplated reflections. Work or worship, psychic control or philosophy by any one or more or all of these, do this and become free. This, my friend, my brother, my sister, is the whole of religion. Never mind the name of that religion. Doctrines or dogmas or rituals or books or temples or forms are but secondary detail. I shall never forget that in my dealings with every individual, I am dealing with a vast reservoir of power, which may at present be lying dormant, but it has the potential to develop into an immense flood. The flood of truth, the flood of love, and the flood of goodness in me and you and everyone else among us. Be well. I wish you a fine day and a fine life. Thank you for this gift of your precious breaths of your time. all my best. I bow down to the spirit in you all.
Wow.
Thank you everyone for joining. I'm not sure what happened to G2. He kind of split off, but thank you everybody for joining, and I hope that you're feeling a little bit more relaxed than when you did before, than when you joined. Um, I will have this recording. I will send out to everybody. But thank you all, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday.